Hey, sofrito lovers, this is Ben Ramos bringing you another mukbang from my palatial home here in the Northwest Bronx. The Bronx is the home of hip hop and salsa. I am bringing you some traditional holiday Puerto Rican fare. It's two pasteles, pasteles de pollo. Usually pasteles are made of pork, but these you can make them of chicken as well. Make them with chicken as well. I have some ketchup and some pique, some Puerto Rican style hot sauce on them. I know there are Puerto Ricans watching me right now that are like, you put ketchup on your pasteles. You are disgusting. You are a disgrace. You should turn in your Puerto Rican card. Well, you know what? A mí me gusta con ketchup. I love them with ketchup. They're delicious. Listen, deal with it. And for those of you who don't know, sofrito lovers, pasteles are a traditional dish in Puerto Rico that's usually eaten holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, sometimes Easter, special occasions. You know, pasteles are kind of like let me get into it. They are kind of like the Puerto Rican, indigenous, African version of a tamal. If you like tamales, like, you know, tamales, you know, un tamal, then pasteles are made in a similar way. They are a dough made from either yuca or jautilla or green bananas or plantains, like these are. A dough, then meat is put into it, it's wrapped up together and cooked in banana leaves. That's like the 10-second version of it. Pasteles represent the fusion of the indigenous Taino cooking influences, Spanish European influences, and African influences all mixed together. Okay, I've been enough with the sociology and the anthropology. A pastel. These are made from green bananas, green cooking bananas. Filled with chicken, olives, potatoes. Amazing. So, frito lovers, it's good to see you guys. I know it's been 2 weeks. I have been busy. 2 weeks ago, I was in the middle of my summer program. Things were crazy. Working long hours. It was 2 weeks ago, it was my last week of program. I was working 10.5-hour days. So getting home to film was just not going to happen. And then last week, I was on my staycation. You guys remember on my last mukbang, I was asking you guys for ideas for staycation stuff, which I took a lot. I'm spitting everywhere, forgive me. I took a little bit of your advice, but I also did a lot of nothing. I floated around. It was a staycation, and I said, make some plans, but leave a lot of time open to do whatever you feel like it. And if your body tells you do nothing, then do nothing. So, unfortunately, that included, I'm telling you, ketchup and pique is the best. Puerto Ricans are shook, shaken, and shocked hearing me say this. Listen, my body told me to do nothing, and that included filming. So, staycation was amazing. Lots of downtime to read, to write, to super chill, and embark on some new projects. And just to let you guys know, I am in grief therapy now. I'm in therapy, bereavement therapy, grief/bereavement therapy. Last Friday, August 25th, was the anniversary of Frankie's passing. And I definitely realized that I need some help with my mental health stability. It's been a rough year. And I need help. I need help going through everything that I'm going through. So I've started therapy. In fact, today's Wednesday. Tomorrow night will be my 3rd session. Great therapist. Having some great talks. I've been doing a lot of taking him up on a lot of his ideas of doing mindful meditations, mindfulness, writing about how I feel. Certain writing prompts were given to me, exploring ideas. Already, I feel a little less sad and a little less anxious about things. So it's good. I'm proud. I'm taking a big step towards mental health and emotional stability and helping myself along the grieving process. So I'm got to pat myself on the back. Good job, Ben. I'm happy. It's already been only 2 sessions and I already feel pretty good. Not that I'm gonna stop. I'm nowhere. I barely started the journey. Maybe I'm still riding the high that it was a good decision, and I can tell already that it's a good fit and good decision. So, but I'm really happy. I'm doing this. I've been in therapy multiple times throughout my life for different reasons, and I recognize that I need some help with this emotional journey. It's been very difficult. I've gotten so much support from friends, family, David. Everyone is like, amazing that you're doing this. This is fantastic. Go for it, Ben. Anything to help you heal. So I love it. It's going good. So Frito Lovers, I'm back at work. Kinda, sorta back at work because my school is not officially open. So I can't physically be in the building because they're still cleaning and organizing. But I'm working out of one of the main offices of the nonprofit I work for, which is only one train stop away from me. So I'm, as usual, damn lucky. I walk to work. I walk back. My main office is just one train stop away. And honestly, it's a 20-minute walk in the morning, which is pretty good for me. So I don't even have to get on public transportation. I'm damn lucky. I do not know what it's like to commute every day in New York City. That is a rarity. You know, people drive, people Uber it, people get on buses, people get on trains, people go through it all to get to work in New York City. And I get to walk and sprint and stroll casually. So, very lucky. So I'm working out of the main office, doing some really good prep work. A lot of people in my department took like 2 weeks off. I didn't want to take 2 weeks off because I didn't want all that downtime. And I knew I was doing a staycation. So I was like, I don't want to staycation at home for 2 weeks. So going back to work this week is really good because I'm getting ahead on things. Because my after school program starts up Monday, September 18th. And though it's not some people will be like, oh, that's a few weeks away. Those weeks go by like this. And the amount of prep work that needs to be done to get an after school up is monumental. So having this week at work at that main office and sitting in front of that computer and making those lists and checking them twice and inputting and doing all the data stuff will make the next 2 weeks getting so much done this week will make the next 2 weeks so much easier. Like, I'm loving the idea of a smooth transition into work. How many of y'all like smooth transitions? I am a transition guy. I can't go from A to B. I need A and a half, A and 3/4, then B. I need transition. So taking this week, taking last week off and going back to work this week, in my opinion, brilliant. I'm washing all of this down with cherry Coke Zero. Cherry Coke Zero. Look at the way the world is. Ironic. I hate cherry sodas. Back in the day, pre-diabetes, I hated cherry Coke. I thought cherry Coke was disgusting. I used to think diet cherry Coke was disgusting, but cherry Coke Zero Sugar, huge fan. David loves it. In fact, I usually get the 64 ounce for him, and I barely get a couple of sips in because David loves it. He inhales it. He loves everything cherry. I just finished the. He's away. He's singing tonight. He's doing karaoke. Doing practice performances out there. I was able to kill off the bottle. I love it. I hate artificially cherry flavored things. I don't like cherry candy. Never really been a big fan of cherry ices and cherry ice creams and cherry popsicles. I like the actual fruit. I love cherries. Some cherries are amazingly deliciously sweet. Some have that wonderful tart sour vibe, but like that's the fruit. When it comes down to like, cherry nowalators, cherry Jolly Ranchers, all that. I don't even like the cherry Crystal Lights. Like that's the one thing David gets mad because he wants to have cherry, Crystal Light all the time, and I'm like, nope. We need to share cherry. We need to share Crystal Light flavors that we both like. I do like the pomegranate cherry though. That's because it has more of a pomegranate taste than cherry. I don't think he's a big fan of it. I think the pomegranate throws him off, but one more Pasteles. The Boricuas watching me are like, wait a minute, where the hell did you get Pasteles? Who made you Pasteles in August? Never you mind. Never you mind where I got these delicious Pasteles from in August. Before Thanksgiving, before Navidades, before Easter. Never you mind. I didn't make them. I want, that's like on my bucket list of like Puerto Rican culinary recipes to master. I want to make pasteles. Take a lot of effort. Any one of you that has ever made pasteles or made tamales or nacatamales or hallacas, any of those, where any of those Latin American dough things filled with, meat that you have to wrap up and boil. Any of you who've gone through this process, it is not an easy process at all. It is not. But it is so worth it. But they're also easy to mess up. Like I'd never try pasteles out of fear that I'm going to fuck them up. And then you make all of these pasteles that taste weird. And then people want to taste your pasteles. And they're like, people are very prideful of their pasteles. And people are also, very sensitive. So people want to taste good tasting pasteles. And everyone wants their pasteles to taste good. Everyone wants their pasteles to taste like abuelas, like grandmas. Even if you're not a grandma, you want yours to taste like somebody's grandmother put their foot in it, But these are so good. Folks, find yourself a Puerto Rican grandmother around there. Find yourself a Puerto Rican grandmother around there and have her make you pasteles. So delicious. Okay, I'm going to share a tip with you, and this is going to sound insane. But Goya is making frozen pasteles. Goya has these frozen, look for the Puerto Rican pasteles, Goya, frozen. Nowhere near do they taste like, fresh made at home, homemade casero pasteles. No way, no way. But I will admit that for a cafeteria school version of it, it's pretty good. Like those frozen Goya, these are not frozen Goya pasteles. No. This is made, I'll just tell you, made by a friend from Puerto Rico who was visiting New York City, seeing family and friends, and decided to make pasteles, and long story. But, and I was very lucky to get some. Delicious. He's long gone. He's in Puerto Rico now with his wife, and nobody can get pasteles, so don't ask me to order any pasteles for you. It's not gonna happen. But I will admit that the Goya frozen Boricua pasteles, again, they have that cafeteria school vibe, but they're okay. I know I said pretty good, but let me dial back. They're okay. If you can find that, eat that. And if you never had pasteles, just imagine that flavor and multiply it by 1,000, and that's how good real pasteles are. So, frito lovers, things are good. Gearing up for work. The fall is here. It's amazing how quickly the summer went by. Like that. My 7-week program went by in a blink. It was stressful, but it was also a lot of fun. It was nowhere near as hellish as the last 2 summers were. So, you know, gotta give props when props are due. You know, just getting it's kind of weird for those of us who work off of like a school schedule. September gives us very January vibes. You know, September is the beginning of the academic school year, and it feels like, oh, brand new year. And it's like, it's September, but still you get like January vibes. Like it's a brand new time. You know, New York City, the weather is starting to slowly transition. You know, it's nighttime now a lot earlier than it was. You know, in the summer, it would be 8 o'clock and the sun is out bright. Now it's like 8 something. What time is it? It's 8:15, and it looks, you know, it's nighttime outside. And the weather's slowly transitioning into a fallish type of weather. So again, it's like New Year's vibes. You know, whenever you work for the school year, September feels like such a, like, okay, the beginning of the new year, even though it's not. But that newness is, I'm embracing it. I'm writing it out. I feel pretty good about it. You know, starting the new year off pretty good. I'm going to have a new director for the after school program. She should be starting very soon. I'm going to be meeting her very soon. So it's very exciting with that. And, you know, get to rebuild a new relationship and get to know someone, and, you know, just embracing the newness of all things, you know, keep staying open and looking for happiness and moments of happiness. So Frito Lovers, definitely moments of happiness will include you guys. I love this Wednesday schedule. Again, forgive me. The last 2 Wednesdays, you know, one Wednesday was the last week of camp and it was insane. And last Wednesday, I was not feeling it. But I'm feeling it today, and hopefully I'll be feeling it in the next couple of Wednesdays. So Frito Lovers, go out there, go taste for yourself, go have some culinary adventures. Como siempre, see you soon, and mucho, mucho amor.